These days, you will find in a household, there are six of them in the living room. This one is facing this way, that one is facing that way, that one, even dad, mom, first kid, second kid, even on the dining table. The mom will now say, won't you put that thing down and eat your food? I'm still throwing it back at you from the angle of the mom. What are we going to do to situations like this for those pre-teens and then early teens?
No, like what I advise my parents, they only have few hours during the weekends with their phone. So after that, they take their phone from them. Even iPads. I told my parents, on weekends, yes, they're allowed on Saturdays maybe for 4 hours. Yes, they can play with it. And after that, you take, because even the eyesight, there are so many reasons that you don't want them to be glued to this phones and or iPads and all these things. So, I mean, I always tell my parents, don't let them get addicted to it. This is the same thing we're coming back to, parental.
That's right.
Parental education. So this is where you come in as a parent, like, okay, so you only have 4 hours on a Saturday with your phone, and that's it. Even with the games, they play all this PSP, all this game. Okay, you only have 1 hour. You only have 1 hour. You only have 1 hour of that. So they'll know. That's education. You've trained them, so they'll know they cannot go beyond that boundary. So it's not just school that we train them that, okay, no, you're not. No, even at home, I know that, okay, mommy will not allow that. So.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Mommy has already laid the stamp on them.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a no-go zone. Let's now move with the kids and the years. Now we've moved away from pre-teens to, let's say, like teens. Education these days. It is a known fact world over right now that most schools do not teach the students how to work or how to live. They are being taught how to become employees.
Yes.
Employees. You see, they go to school, oh, I have a master's, I have this. The only thing they know how to write is CVs. Write a CV, submit to 20 companies with the hope that you will get a job. For God's sake, what is the essence of going to school and getting an education if you cannot help yourself and help the society? What do you think along those lines? Are we missing it somewhere that we're not teaching them that? How to be self-sufficient?
We are teaching them money matters, even from early age. We do that, money matters. It's part of the curriculum, even in the math as well. How to get £1 and change it to £5 and how to make money. And we have enterprise days. We do enterprise days where students will bring things and sell, so they'll know that they can do buying and selling. Exactly. You can choose whatever you want to sell. You make it at home and bring it. We have those days to encourage students and to make sure that they're aware that it's not just being an employee. You can be someone that employs. Employer. So, I mean, we do that, but the system, the way the education system has been built, is more of being an employee in the sense that go get a job. Yes,
get a job somewhere.
They will train you how to do it, get an interview done. They will train you how to write your CVs.
That's the factor of being particular about it. If we keep doing that, I guess we're in trouble. For one good reason, AI is coming in now. Jobs are going to be lost on a large scale.
Yes.
What are we going, because you and I, we are going to be around, because by God's grace we should be around for the next 10, 20 years. We're going to be around when AI becomes it. And most of all these kids will not have jobs.
True. That's what is happening.
What do you think should be our mentality as parents? What do you think should be our mentality as educationists, which you are? To kind of inculcate them to start thinking along lines that will be personally beneficiary to start with and communally beneficial.
For me, as an educationalist, I believe that we should incorporate more technical into the education system.
Okay, skill acquisition.
Exactly, because even if education fails, which, like you say, AI will come now, everybody, they will lose their job. They will have something they can do with their hands. Right. So if it's cooking, if it's hairdressing, if it's a lady, if it's carpentry, if it's a man, at least they're bringing in money.
It's not everything AI can do. AI can come up with a design.
Exactly.
It takes a human being to put it
implement
together.
it. Exactly. So, I mean, things like that. So I believe we should incorporate more technical into the last few years of secondary schools to help students. Even if they decide they don't want to study anymore or go to like higher education and universities, they can still have the technical technical parts that they can
Right.
fall back to.
Right.
Even if you want to go into higher education, but you still have that technical part to fall back to. I believe they should incorporate that more into education system.
Thank you. Thank you. I can tell you this for free. In Nigeria, we have one thing we call 6334. 6 years for primary education. Then we have what we call the JSS, which is 1, 2, 3. Then the SSS, 1, 2, 3. Then your 4, your tertiary institution. I am from the school of thought that says education is primary and secondary. When it comes to tertiary, is specialization. But the thing is, like you rightly said, now we are falling short of that element of skill acquisition,
Yeah.
which was the reason why Nigeria set up 6334. If you feel you're not too good with
In
your
education,
book,
exactly.
for God's sake, you can veer a little bit and then go into skill acquisition. But I guess I'm a positive thinker. We will get there eventually. But with parents like you, as mothers, as educationists, talking to us on a regular basis, I guess we learn from ourselves. We'll keep learning on a regular basis. On this note, I would like to say one big thank you
Thank you,
for
Mr.
gracing
Patrick.
the occasion. And to you, our viewers back at home, that is Mrs. Remy Obadari. She's the head of school out there in the UK, but first and foremost, she's a Nigerian. She's a Lagosian. She's even from Lagos Island, which makes her my sister. And makes it more interesting for having you on this program.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you once again.
Thank you for having me.
And to you, our viewers back at home, it is your favorite program, State of the Nation Now. We'll take a break now, and then we'll come back shortly. To you, our lovely viewers back at home, by this time next week, we shall bring you another fantastic program about topical issues that affects you as a person, affects you as a Nigerian, affects you as an African and a member of the global committee. Don't miss it, because it's going to be interesting, educative, and more. It's going to be straight at the point that you can learn from. And from me, your host, Bola Bakare, I would like to say thank you for staying with us.